Imagine logging onto Gorilla Tag expecting the same old sunny forest, but instead you're met with total darkness. Well, that's what this video is going to explain. The day that Gorilla Tag went completely dark. Every map, apart from one, which I'll get into later. But anyway, let's continue. The one exception was Deep in the Rotation map. The one map that stayed bright. Swamp. Why was the swamp the only place with light? Is it a glitch, or is there something much scarier happening in the lore? On the day of the blackout, the community went into a frenzy. Players were reporting that the light maps in almost every major area had broken. If you went into the forest, you could barely see the branches in front of your face. But as soon as you stepped through the portal into the swamp map, everything was normal. The sun was up. Wait, you couldn't even see the sun. But doesn't matter. The water was nice and green. The lily pads, they were just normal. It was like the swamp was protected by something or someone. So what's the deal? I did some digging and there are 3 main theories the community is talking about. I will list them right now. Theory 1 is the boring one. It's just a technical glitch because Swamp is a rotating map. Its files are handled differently than the main maps. Like Forest, when the light maps for the main game broke, the Swamp was on its own server-side cycle, keeping it safe from the darkness. Theory 2 gets creepier. Some players believe the darkness is the corruption, spreading from the caves. If the swamp is the newest area, maybe the corruption hasn't reached it yet. Is the darkness moving? We know that that one might not be the case, because everything is fine now. So, there is a chance that that could have been the plan, but they removed it. We're not sure just yet. Theory 3 is the wildest theory. There's something in the swamp that's keeping the light on. Some people have spotted weird shadows near the back of the map. Is it a new ghost, or is it a hint at the next big update? But again, we know that this probably isn't true, because it's fine now, again. So it could have just been a glitch. Playing in the dark changed the game. Tag became a horror movie. You couldn't see the lava monkeys until they were right on top of you. Made me realise how much we take the light for granted. But, again, everything is fine now, so it must have been a glitch, right? Yes, it is. The day the maps went dark was one of the weirdest moments in Gorilla Tag history. Whether it was a bug or a secret lore drop, it showed us that the swamp is more important than we thought. But now that old swamp has been removed. It was there to test new features that we can now see in the newer maps. What do you think? Was it a glitch, or is Lemming planning something huge later on, involving the original map? Could he be adding it back? Or could it be something different? Let me know your theories in the comments. And if you enjoyed this mystery, hit the subscribe button before the lights go out again. Because of how dark the maps were, people were struggling to play. They decided to leave and wait until they fixed it, because they all thought it was a glitch. But some people who still decided to play, including me, well, I tried to, but that was the day that my headset broke. So I was only in it for about 5 minutes until my headset just broke. But it wasn't just a lighting change. It changes the entire physics of how we play. You can't scale. If you can't see the next branch, it makes you realise how much muscle memory we actually have. Let's see if the mirror in the city still works. Oh wait, you can't. Because it was pitch black. inside the shop. Outside of the shop in City, completely fine. But in City, in the main building in City, it was pitch black. Why? Nobody knows. Until now. I wanted to find the exact line where the light starts in Swamp. If it's bright and the rest of the world is dark, there has to be a transition point, right? So, looking back on some old recordings, I saw some videos of it as well. There was a little bit where the light went completely bright down in Swamp. It was about halfway down the tunnel. As I've already mentioned, I wasn't the only one tripping out about this. I went onto Discord and Twitter to see what the top players were saying. Some people thought their VR headsets were literally breaking. One user said that the caves map was darker than usual, which shouldn't even be possible. But the funniest part was the lobbies. Usually everyone is screaming and playing minigames. On Blackout Day, everyone was just standing in circles in the swamp, too scared to go back into forest. I'm kidding. People didn't actually do that. But some people did. If you went into swamp, there were lots of people in circles that didn't want to go into the darkness. It turned one of the most fun and chaotic VR games of the time into a campfire ghost story. Since the swamp was the only place with light, players started doing something weird. I joined a few lobbies, and out of all 5, there were 2 or 3 that were doing this. I found people just hiding in swamp. Others were just standing in the middle as if they were holding a ritual. They would refuse to leave swamp, claiming that if everyone stayed in the light, the forest would eventually fix itself. It turned the game into a massive social experiment. It wasn't just a glitch anymore. It was a survival situation. Did you join a swamp cult during the blackout? Let me know in the comments. But anyway, I wanted to see if it was happening on all platforms. So, that's what I did. I texted a friend who was on a Quest 1 at the time, because Quest 1 was still supported on it, and it was completely dark for them too. Then I also asked another friend who played on PC VR. They were experiencing the same issue, and I was on Quest 2. So, is this everything? Pretty much, yes. The lights eventually came back on, but the question remains, was this a warning? If you look at the new textures in the swamp, or the new swamp map, there's a lot of differences. Some people think that the darkness was actually a loading screen for a massive new boss or a map expansion, which does seem very realistic. But if the lights go out again, don't run for the city, don't run for the swamp, just leave it. Because next time, the forest could be the only one standing. We don't know. Now, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and comment down below any theories you have. So, goodbye.